with the millions.
It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist, yo. I got that Ric Flair figure flow. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.
Yo, what up, friends? Welcome back. Another episode of Ball and Buds. Unfortunately, my Facebook is not letting me share to everybody. It's only sharing to myself, so that's not good. But I'll try to get that figured out. In the meantime, welcome in, everybody. Yes, we are back. Make sure that you are subscribed to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube. Make sure you hit that like button, whether watching now or on the replay. We are back for a huge trade deadline talk. Major League Baseball's trade deadline was tonight. And as you see, I got some of my friends here with me. Got another one joining in just a few minutes. First of all, as always, every baseball show I've ever done, he's always been with me. My brother, Michael Weeby. What's good, brother? How you doing?
What's happening, man?
I'm good, my friend. Thank you for joining us. And another good friend of mine here in the Jump from the Rec Room. So y'all make sure you subscribe to the Rec Room on YouTube, please. He is the Lion, Reece, Penn. What's good, brother?
What is going on, boys?
Yes, sir. Excited to talk some baseball. Go ahead and promote anything you want to promote there. I know I just said your channel. Do you have anything else?
No, that's pretty good. Sox
right.
Nation, baby.
Sox Nation. Well, yeah. Hey, we might as well get started and talk. I really don't like how we're not on Facebook. That doesn't make me happy, but whatever. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. Yeah, so baseball's trade deadline was today. Fast, furious. We've got all of our teams on here that, did or did not make the maneuvers that they should have made today. So first of all, since we last talked right before the All-Star break, I do want to get your thoughts before we actually get into the trade deadline of things, of how you felt the All-Star game break was, especially with that home run derby sort of format that ended the All-Star game. Mike, what you think about that?
It was long. I hate that. I hate the trade deadline or the All-Star break in baseball. It's feels like it's 2 weeks long. There's nothing else on. There's no. All that was out there was WNBA basketball.
I was gonna say, hey, don't not sully the WNBA.
Yeah, there was. Oh man, struggling.
The best sports league in the world was in full swing, my friend.
Hey now, come on now.
I think I watched ESPN the Ocho, for hours and hours. I don't want to do that again.
ESPN the Ocho is great. What'd you think, Reece?
Yeah, like him. It's definitely long. The home run derby was dope. It kind of that was a pretty good show, actually. I thought they did that well this year. But yeah, the game's long. It is what it is. The weekend's long, and if they're not playing for home field anymore, again, it's just another game.
Yeah, they're not even trying. So it's
right.
which I get. I totally get. I'm not going out there to get hurt either.
Yeah, but that's I mean, that's definitely the thing too, though, is once they took away that stipulation, they gave up that stipulation, it became another All-Star game, just like all the other leagues, right? Yeah. Where it's okay, we're just coming here to kind of show out for the fans, but it doesn't really, mean anything in the long run. Now, I will tell you, being there in person, it was an amazing, game. The atmosphere was electric. Everybody in there was great. Now, I agree. I think that the home run derby to kind of end it was a little long, a little kind of boring, since we have been there for 3 hours, 4 hours already, until Schwarber went 3 bombs in a row, and that was pretty much the excitement of it. So after that ninth inning, they kind of died down a little bit. You know what I mean? But overall, it was a really good event. I enjoyed it, and being there live especially. they did a really awesome Hank Aaron tribute too. So
did you get to maneuver around like the little, like the bar area they have out there in front of the stadium?
I did, yeah. We went and checked that out. We went to the Fan Fest. They had the
stadium.
Yeah, no, it was as much as I hate the Braves, being a Mets fan, it was a very nice stadium. The area around the stadium has a lot of bars and places to go hang out.
Did you have to take the nature hike to get there, where you park in the garages and then travel over all the bridges and you feel like you're walking through Narnia to get there? It was crazy.
Yeah.
That place is crazy.
To go to the Fan Fest, we had to go over that pedestrian bridge.
Going over these bridges, walking over the highway, and it's wild.
Like, what is this? Why are we doing all this? But
it's
Carroll was good, and I actually got down behind home plate for 8th and 9th inning. I took my press pass with me, and I was just walking down, and they were like, "Hey, sir, you can't go there." I was like, "Oh, I'm pressed." They're like, "Okay," and they just let me go through. I walked right down behind home plate for the 8th and 9th innings. It was fucking amazing. But anyways, all right, cool. Again, thank y'all everybody for tuning in. We are talking baseball here today. So let's go ahead and get into the trade deadline, gentlemen. First of all, I'll go ahead and we will start kind of from the beginning of when trades actually started going kind of last week. So I'm going to go from kind of older to newer and just go through the major trades that we saw within the past week. So first of all, one that really went under the radar, but I do want to talk about, not because the teams are good themselves, but it is like the Pittsburgh Pirates to always get rid of their players, which is going to lead me to a Paul Skeens question here in a second. But trading Ke'Bryan Hayes, who is either the second or third best defensive third baseman in the league. I know you're out of it. I know you're never in it. But if you keep giving up on these players, what's to say Paul Skeens isn't next? What do you think about that, Reece?
I mean, they gave away part of that pitching staff too. They just dealt Falter. I think he went to Detroit. You know what I mean? So they're just getting rid of, I mean, obviously they're doing what they always do. They're constantly in a rebuild, even though they're never seeming to build to anything except for another rebuild, which is weird to me. Skeens is definitely gone once that contract comes up. They're going to give him $800 million to be on a team that's never going to place better than fourth. There's just no way they do that.
Yeah, I was waiting for Ke'Bryan Hayes was the one player I was like, please God, just don't let him go to Tampa, because a guy like that would go to Tampa and he did 50 home runs and hit 325. The dude's got all the tools and somehow he still stinks. I know he plays a great third base, but watching him hit is, oh my God, it's painful, man. It's like sometimes some of the swings I see, it looks like if I was up there trying. The guy offensively, if you can only play half the game, you can't play any of the game. So.
No, and you're not wrong about that. His hitting is atrocious. He's definitely not a good hitter. But it does pay to have a good defensive third baseman, since third base is one of the hardest play. Obviously, they call it the hot corner for a reason. So
yeah, I need my third baseman to hit, though. I need a big burly dude that has a cannon arm and mashes home runs. Like, I don't need Ozzie Smith at third base. I don't need someone that's hitting 201.
Ozzie Smith
at third base. That's tough.
Ozzie Smith
at third does not work for me.
God bless. I'm sorry, Ozzie. You didn't deserve those shots here today.
Look up the numbers, though. I mean, if you look up their offensive number, now put those two people in your head. Have them stand next to each other in your head, and their offensive numbers look the exact same. They're both like 215 hitters. It's yeah.
But Ozzie will be always one of the greatest defensive shortstops of all time. I think we can all agree on that. All right, cool. Well, how about we move into this next one? This was a big one for our rivals here, or my rivals here in the division. The Philadelphia Phillies really needed to shore up their bullpen, and they went ahead and got Jahan Duran from the Minnesota Twins. And so, again, they really needed someone to come in and kind of shore up that bullpen for them. And that is a huge piece. Not to mention, he's only 27 and under team control for the next 2 years. So go ahead, Reece, start us off. What do you think about this one?
Well, I like the moves. The Phillies did a few little things that they kind of needed to do. I mean, they also had Harrison Bader in the outfield, so it gave them some depth there. But like you said, they needed bullpen help. And I feel like a lot of teams are obviously going for this whole pitching wins kind of like mantra this year. If you notice, most of the moves were bullpen arms, were starters. Like, not a lot of bats really moved hands this year. It was definitely geared to pitching, and I love that shit. So,
and that's a great point that you bring up, and something that we're going to continue to see going forward, Weeby, is that with the pitchers now not going longer than 4 or 5 innings, it used to always be, okay, if you have those frontline 3 starters in the playoffs, that's really all you need to get you through to the World Series. Now it's more about how good is your bullpen going to be able to stretch from that starter to the 9th inning. What do you say to that?
I think that Duran is the best. The Duran pickups, I think, is the best pickup of the whole trade deadline. It was exactly what they needed. They didn't go out and do anything crazy. They didn't go, go overboard. They got exactly what they needed. If not the best, the second best closer in the game, who has team control past this year, and is still young. I love that move. They did not go crazy. They got exactly what they wanted. They had a target on him, and they got him. So, yeah, good on them.
Yeah, no, hey, it's a really good pickup for them that, again, is going to shore up that bullpen, for them. So let me bring in my brother Amul, who's arrived for us. Called up a pinch hitter to join the team. What's up, my brother?
Hi, gents. How's it going?
Hey,
what's going on?
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
Fellow Red Sox fans, we're going to put them there at the bottom.
Nice.
That's okay. No, that's fine. That's okay.
What do you think about the Duran pickup for the Phillies?
Just a spoiler, before I get into Duran for the Phillies, Lion and I will actually be taking over as GM for the Red Sox come next week.
Interesting.
So, yes, Laszlo will be fired. No. I thought the Duran, yes, you and I can talk about that in a minute. But, yes, Duran to the Phillies was actually – I thought it was first, I didn't think the Twins were going to sell off so many people. But secondly, Duran was okay, he's a really good arm, and I think that strengthens the Phillies bullpen. But also, I think that kind of puts, to sort of steer it back to the rivalry that you guys have with the Phillies, it's just going to come down to August and September. I don't know how many games you guys got left against each other, but it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a
dogfight. I believe we have 9 games left, 3 series left against them, but don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. Actually, no, I think we played them 2 series in April, so we've had 2 left.
May the force be with you. Seriously, may the force be with you.
Dude, I'm not looking forward to that dogfight going down the stretch with the Phillies at all. Look, and when we all know it, I'm a Mets fan. I don't think I need to say this, and the crowd doesn't know. The Mets have a proclivity for, and what an amazing word by a Puerto Rican on a live TV show.
Thank you. Love that.
They have a proclivity to fucking blow the division every September when they actually have a lead. So I can't even trust my own team to hold a lead, and our lead is tenuous at best over the Philadelphia Phillies right now. So, all right, let's move it into another huge move. We were just talking about this one, Mike. So I'm going to start with you on this one. Eugenio Suarez going back home to the Mariners, where he hit 53 home runs in 2 years there in 2022, 2023. How do you feel about Eugenio Suarez, the best third baseman on the market, going
the best pickup this year?
Yes.
Guy on top of me.
Yes.
I like it. I think it's good, but he was already there. I don't know. I don't like I was there, which happened again. I was there. You let me go. Then you go back and get me, foreshadowing to Carlos Correa. But, they went out and got 2 big bats. The whole the West really, they were in a dogfight just today. They were all matching each other. Texas, Houston, Seattle, they were going at it today. So, yeah, Suarez, good pickup, nice bat. It's an improvement for sure. So is Naylor at first base. They didn't need pitching; they needed bats. So we'll just see if Suarez can perform. Last time he was there, he hit 22 home runs or something like that. So I don't know. Let's see if he can perform better this time.
Yeah, and just to just to shit on the Red Sox a little bit here. They were rumored to be trading, since I have two of y'all in here, they were rumored to wanted to trade for Suarez, only to try to move him to first base. Can we stop with this bullshit, Red Sox? Get players at their proper positions and play them in their proper damn positions. Stop trying to get superstars to move off their – Reece, help me out here. What is
It's 2025, bro. Positionless baseball, just like the NBA. You know,
You can move everyone. You can
everywhere.
move everyone at any. You can move anyone at every time. We got KC down in the minor leagues trying to get into taking reps at first base. Kristen Campbell. So
I didn't see Mookie Betts crying about it in LA. All right, superstar
yeah.
guy. You can play wherever you need to play.
Yeah, Mookie Betts, only the nicest, most affable guy ever, who's not going to say no to
with that
anything.
paycheck, I'm not
that
complaining.
too.
Yeah.
So, anyways, how do you feel about Suarez there, Reece?
I mean, I like him. Like I said, he's definitely a great bat. He's a better player than he was when he was there before. I mean, you're just seeing it this year. He's coming into his own these last couple of years here, and I think he's made a turn. And they weren't as good. They didn't have Cal Raleigh doing what he's doing. They didn't have J-Rod. We already know they had the pitching. They had a top 5 ERA in baseball coming in. Now they've got a bunch of guys who can mash the damn ball, too. Unless you're Skeens or Screwball, you don't want to see that lineup coming into your town right now. So, I mean, they were already right there fighting. I had them as a contender just like a month ago when we talked about like contenders and all that stuff. I thought they were legit then. I really think they're legit now.
All right. Amul, what are your thoughts on that pickup?
They've always been a sentimental favorite. Go to Seattle, catch a game, enjoy the 90s hip hop, eat a chocolate cricket. It's really, yes, you should. It'll be like when we're in Boy Scouts, when we were kids. But in all seriousness, no, I liked Seattle before. I've sort of liked Seattle for a while now. And even when they've had a lull, just because you always want to root for an underdog. So to get Suarez, that might put them over the top, I think. And we'll see how they do down the stretch, especially if their pitching holds up. They should be good. They should be contenders in the playoffs.
I'm checking the standings out right now, and they are 5 games behind the Astros right now. Both going about 500 the past 10 games. I'm sure they have a bunch of series left against each other. So they have that now. That's just the standings. Obviously, the wild
I don't think the Astros are going to be their problem. I've been saying it all year. Texas is going to be a real problem here, and it's going to start right now. So
that is a dogfight as well coming down the pipe.
Texas
both
is right
57,
there.
Both 57.
They got to be close. They got to have almost the same record. So
they do. They're one game back.
They're
1 game back of them.
Yep.
No, they're not anymore. They're exactly the same now.
Those top 4 pitchers as starters.
Oh, they're tied up. Okay, they were like a game back last night. See, but it's the Wild West. It's going to be fun coming down the stretch. All 3 teams are good.
It's going to be awesome.
And they start tonight. They play at 9:40. So
they play each other tonight.
Yeah, they play each other tonight.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Rangers won the last series, so Seattle will be trying to get this one back.
Well, Jacob deGrom, as much as I hate that he left us, he is back in full form. All the old Mets pitchers. Max Scherzer is back in full form. Let's talk about the Blue Jays. What a great segue by myself. I'll pat myself on the back for that. Max Scherzer, the Warrior God, is back in full form. And now they went out and picked up Shane Bieber. Now, we do know that Shane Bieber is coming back from Tommy John. Hasn't pitched in a year and a half, but he is supposed to return in the next 2 weeks.
Players have damn near pitched in a year and a half.
Can everybody see my face? He said Shane Bieber like that was supposed to mean something to anyone.
Wait
what
a
is
second.
it, 2021? Shane Bieber?
Shane Bieber hasn't meant anything to anyone in like 3 or 4 years.
That's what I'm saying. What the
He
fuck?
had Tommy John surgery. Let him give him
He was bad.
Yeah.
He was
let me know when they
bad
sign Barry Zito too. I'll really start worrying. What the hell's going on here?
Barry
Shane
Zito.
Bieber.
That's hilarious. All right, fuck it. We'll move on. All right, moving on. Mason Miller, right-handed relief pitcher. We're going to talk a lot of relievers in this session. Mason Miller was traded to the Padres to only give them more of the superest bullpen of all super bullpens that I've ever seen in my life. How do we feel about the Padres beefing up that bullpen to the maximum? Amul, let's start with you.
They're going to move him to the starting role next year. I'm just going to say that right now. I was watching MLB Network right after, and they're already talking about moving him So in the short term,
with insider information today, my friend. Good job.
I always do. In the short term, are the Padres a contender? Are they gonna fold in August? Like, I wonder about that. They've got a good bullpen. Great, that's fantastic. Do something with it. I don't think they're Slam Diego as much as they used to be. So, we'll see how things play out in the long run. But it impresses me. But they didn't give up Cease, so we'll see how things shake out.
They're 3 games. Yeah, that surprised me. I thought they were going to take Dylan Cease for real, but they're only.
I thought we were going to get him. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah, I thought we were going to get Cease at some point.
Yeah, I really thought we were going to get him, but we'll talk about that later.
They're only 3 games behind the Dodgers, but they're also on a 5-game winning streak, having just swept my New York Mets. Reece, how do you feel about the Padres?
I mean, they already had the number 1 saves guy in the league at closer, so it wasn't like a super need. I assume Mason's the setup guy now, so they just kind of locked in the back end of that bullpen. They were in a dogfight, and they were in until the last second last year against LA. They're going to be there again. I mean, they're loaded, man. Darvish looked really good the other night. He looks like he's back to form, and if he starts pitching good, they're as good as anyone.
And I don't get the Mason Miller thing, right? Mason Miller throws 104 and he's got a 3.5 ERA. And the twins, Danny Coulomb with a
3.76 actually. So it's not good.
Whatever ERA, and no one blinks an eye when a lefty who's pitched in 50 games and has a minuscule 1 point something ERA gets traded. No one cares. But you trade the number 3.
Just say Tyler Rogers, man.
Yeah, just say Tyler Rogers. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
both Rogers brothers actually.
You don't have to do the subliminals. We could just name guys out, bro.
I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't get the Mason Miller love. I wish I could throw 104. That'd be cool. But
maybe you can. I
would
know.
Probably have a 3.75 ERA too.
You probably would, yeah.
If he was throwing 105, Amul, he would not be here sitting with us on this program right now.
You never know.
We go way back.
Talents are everywhere. A
40-year-old man throwing 105? Nah, man, he's going to be in the major league somehow.
In fairness, too, while his ERA is a little inflated last year it was in the low 2s, and he's still very, very young. So, I mean, I don't think it's a bad move.
No,
it's also about controllables.
Yeah, they've got
it's also about controllables too. Like isn't he a controllable piece through like 2030? So, if they want to move him, maybe again, if AJ Preller goes, okay, well, I'm going to go out and try to, I don't know, don't knock me, Omar, but like if he tries to go, hey, let me go try to get Soto again and offer up Miller, like I know that's trade's not going to work, but like he can do that. He has the if he's like decide to go get Shohei, which is not going to happen ever.
Well, something that you said is really pertinent right there, and that is that he has 4 years left of club control. Holy
you don't see that nowadays. You don't see that nowadays. Like you said, you've got pitchers that are only going 4 innings. I remember when pitchers used to go 6 or 7. You can't do that anymore.
And in 2 seasons as an A's closer, he has nailed down 89% of his saves, 48 of 54. So, all right.
Okay,
cool.
here's a question for you guys, if you don't mind, if you guys don't mind. If he continues at this pace, no matter what team he plays for, if he continues to be a closer, will his stats eclipse Mariano's or be equal to Mariano's?
Don't you? I know you're a Red Sox fan, but don't you ever bring some disrespect like that to the greatest closer.
There's no one even close to walking into the breath. We won't have to worry about that in our lifetimes.
Also, how many of these guys throwing 105, how many of them go without having 1 or 2 Tommy Johns?
Very good point. Very good point. Everybody's getting Tommy John. I think it was you, Reece, that said last time you might as well just break their arm off the bat.
Just do it automatically. Everyone comes back stronger now. So it's like.
Put the rods in there, yeah.
That's great. I don't like it, but it's great. All right, David Bednar was traded to the Yankees. I mean, this was a reliever gold rush going on today. David Bednar traded to the Yankees to bolster their bullpen. The 2-time All-Star reliever is under team control. Again, we keep talking about this through next year. Weeby, what do you think about this one?
It's a good move. They needed him. I mean, it gives them a chance. I don't think they're as good as Boston still, but I mean, gives them a chance. So, especially if Judge is gone. If Judge is gone, they're going to need more than David Bednar to make things right. So.
Cue Tom Petty's free falling for us, please.
Yes. Yankees lose.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it's not good, and it's not good that and Jake Bird were their pickups on the trade deadline. But Reece, how do you feel? I know you're probably gonna shit all over them, but go ahead, David.
No, listen. This was different than the Padres, who already had a pretty good closer and really didn't need the back end bullpen out. This is a team that was in dire need of a closer. I mean, let's be honest. Devin Miller. There's an ATB out with the NYPD.
Williams.
They're all looking for that guy in New York. He just hasn't been good this year at all. His ERA is over 5. They needed someone that could close the door at the back end of that game if they had the lead. Now, with Aaron Judge now in the IL, I said if he ever gets hurt, they're free falling, and that team is on its way. A third baseman from Colorado isn't going to save them today, I promise you. It's over for them. But it was a good move if they could get a lead. Like I said, if Judge can come back.
I forgot all about McMahon. They did trade for Ryan McMahon.
It's because he's hitting
They did trade for Ryan
he's not
McMahon.
very good. That's why you forgot about it.
Yeah. Like the Rockies were willing to let him go for nothing because he's not that good.
Right. I mean, listen, they had no choice. Volpe was making errors all over the damn field. Like, he couldn't field a damn thing.
Right.
So I understood they needed it. But let's be honest, the guy's hitting 225, and now he's going to New York. More press, more pressure, more everything. I don't think he's about to
make it
excel.
worse. Yeah.
Hopefully he's not going to boot the ball like Volpe did, you know?
Yeah, he's got 30 RBIs this year. Like, he isn't a difference maker. He's just a body that hopefully doesn't, boot the ball all over the field like Andrew was.
At least one of the teams that needed a third baseman in New York went and did something at least.
Right.
So at least they're trying.
Yeah.
Okay. Amul, go ahead. Other Red Sox fans, shit on the Yankees.
I mean, do I have to? You want me to kick them while they're down? They're free falling. They're. I mean, go to a game for like $25 in about 2 weeks. Like, you're gonna have a blast. Take the trade up. No, you're in Nashville, so like, just you know what I mean. But
now, let's be completely honest. They still are a game and a half above your Red Sox.
They are, but.
We're coming back from injury. We just got Bragg's back. We just got like Giolito's pitching well. Brian Bellows pitching well. They're going into their injuries.
Yeah, watch the fall. Watch it. This is like a train wreck. You can't look away from. That's the way that's the way August is going to be for the Yankees.
When Aaron Judge comes back, he's coming back to a third place team about 5 games out. Watch.
Ooh,
I would say 7. I would say 7.
I'm being nice, but I'm just saying.
I'm not being nice. There's no need to be nice. But yeah, I mean, just wait about a month and then go to a Yankees game for $25. You'll be happy.
Well, let's talk about some other AL people that we just talked about them earlier. Mike, you mentioned them. Amul, we're going to start with you on this. Merrill Kelly traded to the Rangers. Holy cannolis! This is a great pickup to pair with DeGrom and Eovaldi and give you those top 3 starters. What do you think?
This is who I think the Red Sox. I mean, the Red Sox should have gotten like anybody and everybody. But like, this is what Weeby was talking about earlier, where the Rangers were coming. Like, that's going to be the biggest thing, the issue that the Mariners are going to have, because Merrill Kelly is great. And I understand what the Diamondbacks are doing. They're trying to, basically say, okay, we're not in it this year. Let's try to, play for the future. But Kelly has a chance now because the Rangers are good. So we'll see how things shake out.
That combo of getting Kelly and then getting the lights out lefty that I just talked about earlier, Danny Coulombe. They got a shut down lefty that can pitch multiple innings out of the bullpen, and Merrill Kelly. What a day for them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Reece, what do you think?
It's a great answer day. I mean, obviously the Mariners get the bats, so what are you going to do? You start getting the arms, because that's how you combat great bats. At the end of the day, pitching wins. I like what the Rangers are doing, and they were my pick to win that division when the year started, and I mean, it's going to be a fight all the way to the end. I love it.
All right, cool. There you go. Well, Weeby, we're going to move to your account for a moment. Your Baltimore Orioles made a couple of trades today, one including my Mets. get to in just a second.
Multiple couples of trades.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about just big names. I'm not going to name every damn trade you did.
I live about like 2 miles from their AAA stadium, and I feel like I just saw the entire Baltimore Orioles, what they're going to look like next week. They traded the whole team, and I'm sure they were trying to trade more players, and they just couldn't dump them because they've got like 3 or 4 more players on 1-year deals. It was a fire sale, man. But hey, we got about 15 different players back, so you're just rolling the dice when you make these trades. So we traded some okay players for some lottery tickets. What are you going to do?
And so let me put this to all of you as a 2-part question then, because I'm just naming 2 people that were traded. One I'm naming because we talked about him in our last episode. Ryan O'Hearn and Ramon Laureano were traded to the Padres, which really, really shores up the Padres bench depth there. So that's a really good pickup. Then they traded Cedric Mullins, obviously, to my New York Mets, which the Mets really needed a center fielder with the hopes, and we talked about this before the show started, that his bat will come back into play. Now, obviously, defense matters too, so he provides those metrics as well. But Mike, tell us how you feel about Orioles and what they did today in terms of those.
I love Cedric Mullins, and the Mets fans are going to love him too. I know you look at the numbers and you're like, man, this doesn't look like the guy that was a 30-30 guy a couple years ago, and he's not. But he plays a phenomenal center field. He's got a noodle of an arm, but he gets to everything. And he finds half his body over the wall with the ball in his glove, a lot more than you'd expect. It seems like every week he's robbing a home run from someone. He does all the little things well, right? He steals bases good. He takes extra bases. He's a phenomenal bunter. He does all these little things really, really well. So he's a good player. You guys will like having him. He's definitely an upgrade from what you guys had out there before, for sure.
Yeah, Tyrone Taylor and Jeff McNeil are not getting it done.
Put him in the lineup every day. Hit him 7th, 8th, so you can turn the lineup over, and you'll be golden.
There you go. Reece, what did you think about the Orioles deals today?
Yeah, it definitely was a fire sale, like you said. O'Hearn going to the Padres is a low-key really good move for them. I mean, obviously, they made a lot of moves. They always seem to be active. I told you they were going to be active, and they once again were. Cedric Mullins is sleepy, a good pick. I've been saying for weeks the Mets needed an outfielder for real. This is a guy who's a great clubhouse guy. Like, he set up top. He makes every freaking catch you can think of. I mean, it seems like every week he's on a dun-dun-dun. So he does his thing. He hits dingers. He's a great clubhouse guy. I think that's a really good pickup for a team that definitely needed an outfielder. So, but yeah, the Orioles obviously have given up. They're done. They know.
Yeah, it was over. At the end of April, you looked up and you went, how did this happen?
Right.
It's already over. So
right. This is a team that was there last year, and I don't know what happened. It just changed really quick.
40-year-old pitchers happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. What are your thoughts on this? The Orioles.
On the Orioles,
either one of those trades, overall, whatever you think.
I will echo the thoughts that the other gents have already mentioned. Mullins is a good center fielder. He will catch everything you throw to him, even balls that you want to throw to him when you go to Citi Field. He's just a really good pickup. The Ryan Hearn pick to the Pods hurts me because we needed a first baseman. I know you haven't gotten to the Red Sox yet, but he's a good bench guy, but he changed his arm angle, for his batting stance. And so he isn't, when he swings, he isn't looking down as often as he used to be. Now his bat is more straight. And so he's able to connect. His contact and power has picked up. So as a result of that, the Pod's got a really good piece. The O's, it's going to be weird going to the Sox O's game later on this month or later on in August. It's going to be weird because it'll just be a ghost town. Probably.
Now, but one good offseason and that team could be right back where they were last year. So it's.
How do you feel, Mike, about that fall off? The Orioles came from years of, as
Look,
we
I
know.
saw it before the season was coming. I didn't think it would be this quick or this.
You did say that.
bad,
You
but
did say
when I looked at that starting rotation at the beginning of the year when Grayson Rodriguez got hurt, and it was Charlie Morton and
Big pickup
Tomo
for the Tigers today.
Guglielmo
Charlie
and
Morton, baby.
Yeah.
Charlie Big
yeah,
Game Morton.
and I mean,
Yeah.
the whole starting pitching. You look at it and you're like, who pitches in the playoff game? And you look at it and you're like, this is an unserious team. Like whoever built this team, they were unserious about winning a playoff game if you walk into the season with this pitching rotation. So I don't know. It never felt like it took off for it to feel bad about crashing.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
they
that's
might-
true. Although, I mean, we're a
They
couple
had a
years
good
old.
off season. We could be right there again. So
Because I remember last year when we talked, we both had the Orioles as a sleeper, World Series contender team last year. And then this year, you did say correctly that you thought they weren't gonna. I, on the other hand, had them as another sleeper contender because I thought that they would continue. But yeah, you were completely right about that. So let's move into more of the AL East then, because I do want to talk Red Sox and Rays. So the Tampa Bay Rays made a sneaky good pickup, getting Griffin Jacks from the Twins. Amul, we're going to start with you on this one. How do you feel that helps the Rays going down the stretch, who, by the way, are only a game and a half behind the Yankees?
Well,
Or behind the Red
I
Sox?
thought it was. It shows that the Rays actually want to be in contention, that they're not selling off parts. I thought they would. I thought they'd be sellers. And now they got a good setup, man. They had to give up Taj Bradley for him. And he's just another. I will reference MLB Network because I was watching that after work. Like, it's relief pitcher palooza out there this year. So he's a decent guy. I think he throws 100, and hopefully he'll go far with the Rays or do well. They got a good core. I really like Chandler Simpson. Like, I wish we had a Chandler Simpson.
Yeah.
I wish most teams had a Chandler Simpson, but you can't replicate people. So
we got one in Double-A, and I'm just waiting.
yeah, and it's one of those things. I don't really like the Rays all that much, but I wish them well, except for when they're playing the Sox.
Reece, how do you feel about the Rays and what they did there?
I feel like everyone's saying the Rays aren't sellers. They are selling. They're selling bull crap to their fans. If you're telling me Griffin Jacks is a legitimate freaking move. What is that? The guy's 1-5 with a 4.50 ERA.
I mean, come on now. He's still a good pitcher.
That's supposed to believe that this all of a sudden puts the Rays back in the conversation. Like, they're done just like the Orioles. I don't even want to talk about it. But Griffin
I never
Jacks
said this with
is
the back in the
not
conversation.
it.
I just said, I just said they'd be okay.
The fact that it's a talking point.
Yeah.
Who the heck is Griffin Jacks?
They traded my guy Joe Cowboy too. Jose Caballero. I love
Thanks,
watching
champ.
that guy play.
I appreciate you backing me up.
I love that. I love watching that dude play. And they traded him, and I was like, oh, good. Get him out of my division. Go. That dude was a menace.
Shout out Champ Ross. Thank you for tuning in, my brother. Hey, Champ runs a boxing group. If you like boxing, it's a free predictions group. You can win some money. Let me know if you want to get in. All right. Moving on. Now let's talk about those Red Sox then. Look, you know what? Look, he has potential. Jax has potential. Griffin Jax wasn't traded for no reason.
Steven Matz is a reliever worth
4.5 ERA.
talking about that got moved, and that was us.
If you ever besmirch the great name of Steven Matz from Long Island, New York, who the Mets drafted, I will be so upset. I love me some Steven Matz. Anyways, so all right, let's move it on to these Red Sox. We're going to start with you since we haven't all day, Reece, because I know you're there in the middle. But this is your Red Sox here. We talked about all the players we thought they were going to trade for, even so far as they were going to get the Twins closer Joe Ryan, and all they came away with was a little Dusty May. I know his name is Dustin, but I like calling him Dusty. Dusty May. How do you feel about your Red Sox at the trade?
Listen, I told you, I've already thought that we were a contender at the time when no one thought we were, and then we won the 8 straight, and all of a sudden people started listening to me. But this is one of the deeper lineups in baseball. I am so ecstatic that Jarren Duran is still on that team right as of today. I really thought he was going to get moved. He doesn't. That guy's pure havoc. He's phenomenal to have on your team in every kind of way. Steven Matz is a legit bullpen guy. This is a guy with a low 3s ERA. He's a left-hander. I love that move. We already had a really good bullpen. It's not like we really lacked. We're top 6 in the league in bullpen ERA. Chapman's having a really good year. He's still throwing the ball, electric. So I don't mind him at the back end. And I'm perfectly fine with what we did. I liked it.
Is May starting for? Is he going to be in the rotation for you guys or in the bullpen?
That's a good question. It's going to depend on what they do with Fitz, I think.
The stuff is bananas. Not just the hair. The stuff is bananas too.
Yeah, he just needs to put it together. I mean, he had potential. We know the potential he has. But.
It says per Jeff Passan that he's going to be a starter.
Okay.
Okay.
Amul, this is also your account. What do you think about your Red Sox at the trade deadline?
Do I crush?
Do you have to? No, you don't.
Or do I play along with Reese's positivity? Look, I agree with what Reece is saying. That yes, okay, we won. We ran off 8 straight. We basically fired Davey Martinez, and what's his name also fired. I think we could have done more. I'll be honest. A reliever is great. Dustin May is fabulous. Where was the first baseman? I'm not like over the moon about it, but we needed a first baseman. We needed somebody with some thought. And if we could have, I'm going to go ahead and say it. You okay? You all right over there? Okay. He's just waiting to jump back or clap back. If we would have traded Matsusaka sorry.
What year is it?
I know. I'm sorry.
If someone took Daisuke for anybody, good on you.
No, I would. I mean, if we would have traded Yoshida, like I have this thing where I don't want there to be too many. Like we've got. I don't want a rotating DH. I realize what they're trying to do, and yes, we've got a good bullpen, even though I still don't understand why Bernardino is our opener from time to time. It makes no sense to me. But, it's a good, decent team. Do I wish that we had a legit, that Kristen Campbell was up and he was hitting better? Absolutely. Do I wish that Yoshida had found we were able to trade him for someone better? I'm glad that that Story is actually hitting because I wanted him gone. Or if you read any of my tweets, I wanted him gone earlier this season.
He was struggling, but he has definitely turned it around. He's found some kind of groove right now.
Yeah, he is.
So now let's keep Trevor. But I need this team. I need the front office to stop investing in Liverpool. Stop it.
They have so many different investments.
Unbelievable. This guy is you have sullied. You've gone too far, my friend. The European Soccer League?
Listen. If you're going to trade Devers, and then you're not going to,
baby. Unbelievable, this guy.
That wasn't what I meant. You know it. I just think they need to pour more money into the Sox. Is all I think. Is what I think. That's what they need to do.
I think they have their hands in too many pots, spending too many money elsewhere on other stupid teams, and they need to be focused on their New England spot.
You guys can help us. Are any of y'all flying JetBlue? Exactly, because y'all don't care.
I'm flying JetBlue
to Puerto Rico.
I fly JetBlue to Boston now. I fly JetBlue to Boston now.
Mike, how do you feel about the Red Sox at the trade deadline?
Man, I know you guys said it earlier, but I thought O'Hearn was the unlock for them, man. With the way that right field line, that little corner down there in right field, that's like 114 feet away or whatever it is. I felt like he was the unlock, man. He would just be able to pull balls right down that little corner. And
I mean, listen, of course you wish you could make every move. Like I would have loved Joe Ryan from Minnesota.
Yeah.
I mean, to just solidify that rotation and have a bunch of studs at the top.
I really thought he was like the perfect player for you guys. There was probably a tax though, the interdivision trade tax where,
I feel like we were already really good. And who did we lose? Like we got a couple guys and who did we lose?
Didn't lose anything. Yeah,
that's what I mean. So why couldn't we make this run here?
Yeah, the Padres gave up their number 4 and number 6 prospects and 4 other guys to get them.
We lost a prospect that we got back in the Devers trade. That's it. I think we lost Tibbs. That's all we lost. That's all I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Reece, but I think that's all it was.
Yeah, no, that's it. Yeah, no,
They didn't
for
have
sure.
a bad deadline, but they didn't get worse. So
That's what. Yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like we got a little better in the pitching
We got a little
staff,
better.
which pitching which championships, and the lineup's just going to get into its groove. Breggs is back. We didn't have him for a big part of the year. People forget that. Like he's there. Story obviously has found something. He's starting to hit the ball.
can you stay healthy? Can you
Yeah.
stay healthy?
You're right. That is the truth.
And the Roman Empire has arrived with Roman Anthony. So
I was going to say he's starting to hit the ball, and Jaron
He is.
Durant at some point is going to turn into last year's Jaron Durant. I'm telling you.
You better
it's
hope so.
coming.
we need to extend him.
It's coming.
We need to extend him seriously, because otherwise we're going to lose him in the offseason, and that's going to be just. I mean,
I thought we were going to trade him. I'm so glad he's staying.
I know. I'm so glad he's staying too. But we need to sign him if he's going to be our engine moving forward. Like he's the glue right now. Wouldn't you agree?
For sure, but that's become like the Red Sox thing now. I don't know when this started, but we don't keep our guys anymore. I remember when we had like the same guys forever, man. It was the same lineup every year. It was Manny, David, it was all those guys coming back. And it's like now, like who's safe? Like since the Mookie thing, like they're just dumping anybody every year just to get rid of money.
Yeah, more or less.
Now
I'm afraid to get a Rafaela jersey because of it.
Only throwbacks are what you should get at this point because players.
Yeah.
I just checked my closet the other day and I got a Syndergaard and DeGrom and I'm fucking pissed.
Wow.
Bro, I told you I just saw Syndergaard pitching in the minors over here
I know.
at Sound Stadium. He got lit up. He gave up 5 dingers to a
Not
minor
Thor,
league team.
man.
I was like, yeah, it's
Thor.
over for this man.
Padres are really going for it, no doubt. Yeah, we talked about them earlier, stacking up that bullpen. Obviously, the lineup is still there with everybody. Machado, Tatis, elsewhere. They swept the Mets. So, yeah, they're going for it. So, I know I just talked about Griffin Jack to the Rays, so I know y'all didn't like that. May I raise you and Adrian Hauser being traded from the White Sox to the Rays? No? Okay.
Do you have to?
Crickets.
So you mean he got called up is what you mean? He got called up to the
is what
majors.
happened.
Like what the hell? He was in Chicago. He wasn't playing Major League Baseball games.
What happened is like realized he should join the major leagues, and he just So he's now playing at a minor league park, as it were.
Crickets is what that was.
Are you trying to find the right sound over there?
I did. I just found it. It took me 3 tries, but I found it. Okay, now moving on. Another thing I forgot about, though, and I want to bring this up because we did talk about Suarez to the Mariners. Josh Naylor, very early on, about a week ago, was traded to the Mariners as well. Amul, start us off on this one. What do you think?
Naylor's got some thump. I mean, I don't know the numbers offhand, but I know the other guys will probably chip in with the numbers. But he's got some thump.
12 home runs.
Yeah. Pull him up.
He only has 12 home runs this year?
I think I believe it's 12. I think it's 12
Kind of low.
right now, for a first baseman.
It's kind of low, but if he actually does he's in Seattle. So
yeah, he's
a good player. He's a good player, and I would, I think that the Mariners he's going to do well out in Seattle. I think he's going to with him and Suarez, and now Raleigh out there. The Mariners are going to be fine. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Mariners make a deep run. I would not, and only because they're a sentimental favorite for me. So,
Reece, what do you think about that?
I love the Josh Naylor pick. I told you that they definitely solidified that lineup into something really potent. I mean, you guys say he only has 12 home runs, but he has 60 ribbies. I mean, he's on pace to definitely go into triple figures. He's hitting 290. That's super respectable when the league average right now is something like 245 or 250. So
winning a batting title now.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, so he's up there at that. He's a left-handed bat. You need lefties. He plays first. But, yeah, I love the move for them. I think he's just another good pickup.
All right, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've said it a couple times here. He's a good player. He's better than what they had. Do I think he's getting him as the CC Sabathia trade for the Brewers? No, not. But, I mean, he's better than what they had. Go get him. Yeah.
Okay. And we're coming right back. Oh, go ahead, Amul.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What did you say?
I was going to say he's a good Mississauga guy. So
yeah, I mean, hopefully he'll be able to recapture his form that he had with the Indians last year when he was an all-star. So,
Yeah.
At least for them.
I mean,
all right.
like I said, 290, 12 homers, 60 ribbies. Like, he's not having a bad year. Like, this guy,
he's not having a bad year.
especially at
He's a
first
thumper.
base.
Yep.
That first base has been like the most thin position in baseball. There just aren't a lot of good first basemen having good offensive years right now. So
that's a very good point. All right, cool. Well, Mike, we're coming to you. Brewers send Nestor Cortez to the Padres. We talked about the Padres loading up. Champ just talked about him, which is why I wanted to bring this up. That's a good starter if he can recapture his form now. I know he's been, struggling a little bit in his 2 appearances this season with a 9 ERA. What do you think about that?
You're talking about Nestor Cortez.
Yes.
With the weird lineup, used to pitch for the Yankees.
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, because that guy stinks. So I don't understand why people are making even. I mean, that guy's he's not good. So I hope he gets better as a person and figures out how to get it all together again. I don't know if he's hurt or if he got divorced or whatever's going on. But that guy, it's not a needle mover. It's not. Pass.
Now, very weirdly, right, they traded him away, Reece. I'm coming to you. They traded him away, and then they went ahead and traded the Diamondbacks for Shelby Miller and Jordan Montgomery. Who do the Brewers think they are, is my question to you. They are in first place above the Cubs by 1 game, I must say.
Yeah, by 1 game, I still have the Cubs winning that division. I've had them all year. The Brewers just don't really move me. I mean, again, like he said, these moves. You keep bringing these guys up. Like, I don't understand any of these moves. Like, who is Nestor Cortez? He had like a semi-decent year 2 years ago. I mean, he's been hurt. He's struggled. His ERA is 9. What is that? His WHIP is 2. Like, that's insane to me.
I've never heard of that before. The 2 WHIP. That's great. All right, Amul, we're coming to you. What do you think?
You're gonna love this. Dave Matthews Band has a song called Cortez the Killer. Hold on. Nestor Cortez is not a killer. He ain't that good. I could get a hit off him. You could get a hit off him. My sister could get a hit off him. He is just not that good. You know? He's just not that good.
Facts.
Yeah.
My nieces could get a hit off him. And they're 3.
Dan Cortez could get a hit off him.
Dan Cortez. Not Dan. Dan and Dave from the Olympics and like the.
And thanks to Omar, we're talking about this trash. So he is the Angel Reece of baseball. We're just talking about him for no damn reason at all.
Great. No, we got a Dan Cortez mention. I am so happy we brought that up. Did Quan get moved? No, he didn't. Quan didn't get moved. Ryan didn't.
Quan got moved in his mind.
Quan
got moved in his mind. He moved himself from the living room to the kitchen is what happened.
Well,
He didn't get that.
All right, cool. Well, let's go ahead. Reece, we're coming to you on this one. I'm surprised Omar hasn't brought up I was going to go to Yastrzemski next, you bum.
I was waiting for you to bring him up too.
Can you just replay the what I had before?
Yeah.
All
right.
We just rewind it.
Mike said, to that. So we will go to Red Sox fans who actually the great Yastrzemski actually played for the Red Sox. What do we think about Mike, the grandson? Okay.
You want to take this first, or should I?
Me?
Yeah, you.
He's like, I don't really want to talk about it.
Okay.
Listen, all the potential in the world for this kid, but it hasn't amounted into really anything. Like he makes some decent catches. I'll give him that. He had a good year, a couple. Yeah, I mean, but he's hitting 230. He has 8 home runs. Like he's not anything significant.
You know how there's that stat wins above replacement player? He is replacement player.
He's the replacement player.
He's a baseball player. I mean, good for him. He's going to be in the league 10 years. He's going to get that insurance. He's made some scratch, but man, good for him. But he is replacement player. He's the shadowy figure that you put up when you say wins above replacement.
He's the John Doe of the baseball world.
I mean, listen, that's who he is. He's the guy who, he's not a kid anymore, so he can't go to baseball stadiums and get his passport stamped. But this is what he does. He gets traded to different teams so he can play. He's going to be a Royals player this year. Who's he going to play for next year? How many?
Why did they made that trade?
I don't know. They
Like
just
what?
it
What did the
feels like a
Pirates-
throwaway trade to me. It really does. Maybe it's because I've been spending a lot of time in Ohio recently, but
Yeah.
like, what are
That
Midwest
one
teams
and the
doing
Correa-
this year?
Those are the two. That one and the Correa one are the ones that really I'm just scratching.
Hey, what a great segue.
Yeah.
I was just going to
Yeah, what?
Correa. Houston
What are you
Astros
doing?
received Carlos Correa from the Minnesota Twins and also $33 million to pay down the contract in exchange for Matt Michalewski. Mike, you brought this up. Go ahead. What do you think about Carlos Correa going home to Houston?
Yeah, it didn't. I need someone to explain it to me. I need the GM to explain to me, like, why do we do this? They just traded for their starting third baseman at like midnight that same day, right? They made a trade. They got Ramon Urias, and they said he's going to play third base the rest of the year. And then they went and got Correa, which they still $33 million is not putting much of a dent in that contract, right? They still have to pay a lot of money for him. And
It doesn't mean shit to that contract.
and he is not the same player that he was. I mean, it didn't make any sense to me, but
All right,
I
Reece,
got
how do you
two.
feel about it?
I mean, sentimental move. Maybe it does something for the locker room, for the morale of the team. You know, maybe it's like some kind of war cry around him. I don't know, because obviously they do love the guy. He played there. He won a championship there. But like you said, he's not the same guy. He's not the Carlos Correa that like scares anyone. But respectable. I mean, he's hitting almost 270. You know, he's got a few dingers, some RBIs. He almost has 100 hits. And he's pretty good in defense at short. You know, he's rangy at the very least. So, I mean, again, it's not a serious move. It definitely doesn't keep up with what Seattle and Texas did in that division, but it gives them another guy.
All right. Well, hey, Amul, what do you think about it?
I mean, I heard that again. This is me watching MLB Network, but like afterwards, like apparently he met with the owner, the Twins owner, and said, "Hey, if you're going to trade me anywhere, trade me to the Astros." And apparently Altuve was part of this as well, meaning that he, tried to convince the Astros front office to trade for Correa. So it's totally a homer, totally a sentimental move.
Right, that's how I
going
kind
to
of felt.
play-
It's a morale
Yeah.
thing. Definitely just
Yeah,
a
well,
rivalry thing.
it's an expensive
where they
sentimental
play,
move.
yeah, where he plays, whether he's coming off the bench or starting, I don't think that's even been decided yet. But like, it is what it is. I'm more concerned for the Twins. I know we're probably not going to talk about them all that much, but like, who are they going to field tonight? Like, are they just calling up their AAA team, their farm team at this point? I thought they had a good team once. I guess they don't anymore.
All right. Well, hey,
It's
Mike,
going to be mostly buzz players.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly.
Mike, I think we got to get you out of here, right? We're on
I gotta
the
get out of
time
here.
limit. Okay, so go ahead and give us your final thoughts, trade deadline preview for the next month until we get together again.
The last thing before I go, the team I thought that did the best was also the team that pissed me off the most, and that was the Mets. They rebuilt that bullpen.
You want to talk about my Mets? Let's go. Let's talk about
but you wait. They rebuilt their whole bullpen in like 2 weeks, which is almost impossible, and it looks great on paper. And then they didn't go get a third baseman. All they needed was a third baseman. They just needed to get a third baseman, and they would have been fine.
Agreed.
I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. That's another one where anybody, the Astros wouldn't got 2 third basemen for no reason. And they couldn't get one. They couldn't get anybody to play third base. It reminds me of, like, remember last year when the Yankees went into the season without a center fielder? They just didn't have one on the roster. And you're like, what are they going to do? But yeah, Mets was a good one. Very funny. That'll be talked about later when you're in the playoffs and you need a hit and you see Brett Beatty or
Mark
one of those
Vientos,
Vientos or one of these guys has to come up in a playoff at bat that you need a hit in.
It's going to
And
happen.
instead of having Nolan Arenado, you're Ronnie Mauricio's swinging a bat that weighs as much as his torso. So, all right, that's it for me, guys. I got to run. Thanks, appreciate it, gentlemen.
Yeah,
Good to see you.
yeah.
Take care.
Hey, thank you so much
Nice to
to
meet
my
y'all.
brother Mike Weeby. Love you, bro. I've known that kid, man. We've known each other since we were like 5 years old or something. Anyway, shout out to him. What's good with everybody else? We're going to keep it moving. I like talking baseball, so let's keep talking. Reece, How do you feel about my Mets? And I got a couple things to add. We traded for Tyler Rogers. Both brothers got traded again, though, which is crazy. They keep getting traded every year.
Y'all got the better looking one, though. So
okay, so he's a submariner. But my problem is we gave up Jose Butto, Blake Tidwell, and who was the other one? Oh, God bless. I can't remember off the top of my head. Anyways, 2 top 20 prospects and Jose Butto, who is a great reliever. So the funniest part about this story, I look at my notifications and I see Mets trade for Tyler Rogers for Jose Butto. And it was like, when you slide down your notifications and you only get like the half notification, I thought that was it. So I was like, damn, I wouldn't have given up Butto for Rogers. I like Butto. I was like, man, I don't like that trade. Next thing I know, 15 minutes later, I'm walking away. I look at the whole thing and see we gave up 2 fucking prospects too. What is happening right now? What do you think about the Mets at the deadline, stacking up that bullpen, getting Cedric Mullins, going for it?
I mean, yeah, they made the moves that they had to make. They got a lot better, and they needed to because I thought the Phillies are still the better team in that division, regardless of what the standings say. Boutro, I mean, again, you're talking prospects. These aren't for sure things. What is for sure is that Tyler Rogers has a sub-2 180 ERA in the major leagues. He's been one of the best relievers in baseball. Obviously, all that weird submarine duck stuff just is tough to hit when you can get it going right the way this guy has it going right now. So I love that. And I told you, I've been saying, I mean, week after week after week, the Mets have to answer the outfield, especially center field. They have to figure that out if they're going to make any kind of run in the playoffs, and they got the perfect guy for the perfect price. So, I mean, they're one of the teams I liked most at the deadline for sure.
I love what we did, and I'd love to pick up Mullins. Mullins was the one I wanted all along. I know Luis Robert was there too, and I would have taken him. But Mullins was really the one I wanted, especially for his clubhouse presence, because we have a lot of good guys in our clubhouse, and we need to keep that kind of, core goodness going on in order to make sure that we don't have any, tomfoolery going on. What a word, tomfoolery, Amul. You look like you committed to tomfoolery today at work. What'd you have going on?
I commit tomfoolery on a regular basis. You know this. The Mets, the Mets are one of my winners too. My question to you, and you can't answer this, only your team can. Can you guys hold off the Phillies? Because if you can, then congrats. That isn't gonna help. But you showing off your hat right now isn't gonna help. But can the Mets, who are a half game up, actually hold off the Phillies? And if they can't, that's the question that takes them into August. After that, can they sustain? Can they actually win win a series against the wild card? Because you never know. So it's on them. They got a good bullpen, and they made some moves. They got Mullins. They got a defensive catcher, which is great. They got this year's version of Jackie Bradley Jr. So yes, I went there. Don't be surprised, Reece. Don't be surprised.
Don't be kind to the host. We both know what the truth is, and the truth is, can the Mets hold off the Marlins for that second spot in that division and to make a wild card? It's the Mets, guys. They're going to figure out a way to just implode on such a biblical degree.
I've razzed Omar enough about his Mets. I was giving him a break. I know I shouldn't be kind to the host, but
Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck is a goblin?
Here come the fish. I'm telling you what.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out
or you know what? If the Mets are playing the Nationals at all, you got to watch out. Make sure the Nationals don't win the series.
Get the fuck out of here.
God.
Get the fuck out of here with that.
We're both not going to be invited back. That's what's going to happen.
I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, Ralph.
Get your money and get the fuck out of here.
All right, let me get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's early. I mean, come on. The Marlins are only 9 back of them now. We've seen them blow 9 in a couple weeks. So a couple months?
Make believe she was pimping me out.
Oh, no,
told
Omar.
Me, get the fuck out
I don't know how I'd be feeling, man.
So we hear that. Get the fuck out of here.
No, we hear it. We hear it. We're just wondering if this is turning into like. We're wondering if this is going to turn to a Sopranos podcast here. Should we cover some of the episodes while we're at it?
Hot take, I did not watch The Sopranos. Hot take.
Really? Wow.
Why? And two?
I'm
Why?
not much.
Bro,
I'm
you
not,
could argue The Sopranos is the reason for all this like TV stuff you see now and apps
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like they proved that TV could be better than movies, man.
They really set the model for the way things are now. Why do you think Zero Day was so successful? When it came out on Netflix.
Like if you're a shows guy, Omar, you have to respect The Sopranos because they were at like the beginning of shows.
I'm totally
man.
not a shows guy. Like I do not watch series. They take way too much time. It's too much of an investment. I'm not trying to watch 5 seasons of fucking 20 hours of video. That's 100 hours of my life I have to spend.
First off, not everyone
seasons.
makes it 5. Like that's a good show if it makes it that far.
That's
Some
true.
of these things
That's
get
true.
canceled a lot.
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
I can't even do that. Like all the series I have watched, The Wire, Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, these are all 5 seasons and under. The Walking Dead I started watching.
Sons of Anarchy, 7
seasons.
seasons. Sons of Anarchy is 7 seasons.
Well,
Anarchy 7.
It's probably the longest one I watched then. But yeah, I'm not really a series person. I don't like having to invest that much into something. I'm much more of a movies and sports where it's over after 2 hours and I have like a final, conclusion.
It's not even movies aren't even 2 hours anymore. I went to the Fantastic Four movie and it was a $1.30. Maybe
Are you mad at that? I don't want to stay at the theater for 2 hours anyways.
It could have been $2.15. I'm okay with
That's
it.
the great thing about shows. A lot of times episodes are between 30 minutes to an hour.
Yes.
And you could just watch like one and then wait 3-4 days, watch another one.
Why do I want to do that?
Or what you do is you wait, or you just wait a few weeks and then you can watch the whole series. Like you watch the whole season.
You want me to binge watch 10 hours of a 12 episode
Listen,
series in a
you
whole
say you don't want to waste time, but you'll sit for 3 hours and watch a Mets game hoping they win. You want to talk about wasting?
Where's my
Like,
Get the fuck out of here.
I wouldn't do it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Listen, I understand where Omar's coming from, and this is me not just being nice to those, but I watch Sox games sometimes, and I just have it on as background noise because we know where they are. They're either going to win or they're going to lose. It's a very binary type of result.
Well, we'll see what happens. Look, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I am a Mets fan. I know the shit that we go through every year, and I know, and as I mentioned at the top of the program, every time we get close to the playoffs and sniff with a lead into September, we blow it. So I'm not counting anything on the Mets to do anything positive until it actually happens. That being said,
they blow it. We're going to turn this into Dr. Katz for a second. Why do you think they blow it? Come sit on our couch. No.
There is in the leads that we have blown within the past decade, which I can remember 3 specifically. I remember we blew 1 to the Phillies and 2 to the Braves. So those 3 times we blew these 7-9 game division leads have been a combination of offense going completely non-existent when you don't need it to, and horrible managerial decisions made down the stretch. I love Buck Showalter, but he made some really bad decisions when we were in the playoffs a couple of years ago. So managerial, and look, Carlos Mendoza is a rookie manager. So I'm kind of worried about what he may do if he makes the playoffs for the first time. That being said, let's go ahead and move it into our second half preview, pennant race preview here before we get y'all out of here for the night. Thank y'all for tuning in. Really appreciate it. Make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS on YouTube as well. Make sure you subscribe to the Rec Room on YouTube as well. The Lion Reece Penn giving you his updates every week there. And as well, my brother Amul, hit him up on AM Photography 23 on Instagram. Follow his amazing photography.
23 photography, but that works.
I got it backwards. 23 photography.
It's okay.
All right.
Okay.
So any final thoughts on the trade deadline, Reece? Any other things I didn't bring up that you wanted to mention?
no, I think you hit all the big ones. I mean, no one else really of any kind of significance really went anywhere. Yeah, pretty much everything's stayed the same. I mean, I think some teams definitely got better and some teams definitely got worse.
Okay. Amul?
Relief Palooza. That's you basically hit everything.
Wow.
Like this was the year of the relief pitcher. And
so Amul, you weren't on earlier, but I made this point at the top of the show that the reason we are seeing this now is because in the past, as we talked about a little earlier, we used to have the pitchers going 6, 7,
Yeah.
8.
I heard.
Now you have to have the bullpen. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I think it's a stamina thing. It might be longevity. It might be just the way things are going. But, like, pitchers should still be going at least 6. If they're not going 6, there's something wrong from a conditioning standpoint, I think. And that's why you have, like, a full bullpen. Correct me. Feel free to course correct me or, tell me I'm wrong. But I just feel like I went to a Sox game, not this year, but 2 years ago, last year, something like that. Bernardino was the opener when it was supposed to be like Garrett Whitlock or something. This is back when they had Whitlock as a starter. And I was like, why is Bernardino like starting? That makes no sense to me. He's a middle reliever. Come to find out, he was he was an opener. This is back when when Alex Cora was using openers. So, I mean, it is what it is. It sucks, but hopefully the pendulum swings the other way, honestly, because I'd like to see pitchers go 6 innings again or 7.
Oh man, I am pining, Reece, for the days of the pitchers to have a fucking complete game.
Listen, I feel that, but you guys act like Garrett Crochet ain't going 7 innings pretty much all his.
He does. No, he does. Garrett Crochet goes 7. I'm talking about the other
leads the league in innings. Yeah, he's definitely a guy. Tariq still goes long in the games.
The majority.
I think everyone's scared, man. You see O'Hanty and guys like this going down. You see all these injuries happen, and now these guys are investing these $400-500 million contracts in pitchers and stuff, and they're looking to protect them now. And I think if it means shorter innings and more bullpen, you're going to see a lot of teams start adding bullpen help like this, or guys that are like cross guys, those like long reliever starter guys.
Yeah. So we'll see how things shake out.
All right, cool. Well, let's take a quick look at the standings here. Starting in the American League, I'm just going to go through the standings. Y'all stop me when you have something to add. Let's start in the American League East. The Blue Jays are leading that division with a 64-46 record, 3.5 games above the Yankees and 5 games above y'all's beloved Red Sox. All 3 teams are basically 500 over the past 10 games. The Red Sox are 6-4. The other 2 are 5-5. How do we feel about that division? Any thoughts on the AL East?
I think it's a good thing that the Jays are in first place because it'll help alleviate some of the Canadian tariffs that we're about to put on the country, and will allow us to.
How do we bring tariffs into this?
Well, you know how my mind operates, but good for them. Congrats to them. This is their World Series, I suppose. This is their championship.
Okay,
that's all I got.
All right. Reece, what are your thoughts on your American League East?
Well, you're going to say I'm biased, but I'm dead serious. I think we're winning that division. I think we have the hotter team of all those teams going in. With the Yankees losing Aaron Judge now for some time, I think we alleviate them, and it's just basically us and the Blue Jays for a little while until he comes back. I think, like I said, we're the most, ready to win right now team. We have the least questions of any of those teams you just mentioned, and you're going to see it in the second half for sure.
All right.
Yeah, we're about to make a run. Sox are about to make a run.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie with y'all. I do agree with you that the Yankees are on the free fall, and I do think the Red Sox are going to pass them until at least Aaron Judge gets back. I do think the Yankees still have the chance to make the playoffs, but the Blue Jays, I don't agree. I don't think that the Blue Jays are going to falter. I think the Blue Jays are, one of the sneakier, stronger teams that people are not talking about. And you're 5 games behind the Blue Jays. Granted, we have 2 months left, but it's not going to be as easy as I believe y'all think it sounds like y'all think it is going to be. Moving on to the AL Central, the Tigers are 64-46 as well, matching the Blue Jays with the best record in the league. The Guardians are 9 games behind, and the Royals 9.5, so they really only have a chance in the wild card, not a chance to actually win that division. I don't believe the Tigers have been way too good. They are on a 4-game winning streak as well. But over the past 10 games, the Royals are 7-3, Guardians 6-4, so both at least positive records there. Any thoughts on the AL Central, gentlemen?
Go ahead.
It's the Tigers to lose. It's the Tigers division to lose. I think they'll win it. I do. based off of like, I'm sorry, but Mike Yastrzemski not going to move the needle for the Royals. The Guardians, okay, what did they do? They traded Shane Bieber, and the Twins don't have a team anymore. So like it's basically going to be the Tigers and everyone else. Good luck to them. They're going to be in the. I don't know. You're not going to get a wild team coming from the AL Central this year. I don't think.
All right. Reece, what do you think?
I mean, he's absolutely correct. It's the Tigers to lose, and it's going to take something catastrophic to happen, like Scoobs or something like that. They're not just going to lose this thing on their own. They are the clear-cut best team in that division. But watch the Royals. They haven't played really that well all year. They have one of the most dynamic players in the game in Bobby Witt. They added Falter, which I think fell under the radar. He's from Pittsburgh, so no one thinks about their pitching staff. But they actually had a really good pitching staff before they started disassembling it today. And Falter is a guy with a low 3s ERA who's just get you quality starts. And they had another pitcher to a team that already had a top 5 rotation in the league. If those bats get going in any kind of way, and I think Bobby Witt will carry a lot of that weight, but I think they have a chance to at least make a run. I don't think they can beat the Tigers barring anything crazy, but wild card, be careful.
Holla at your Bobby Witt, baby!
Bro.
That's my MVP pick of the season. And everybody laughed at me a few weeks ago when I reiterated that he was still my pick because everybody was like Aaron Judge. And I was like, well, what happens if Aaron Judge gets hurt? And I'm not saying I called that because I don't want to be that guy.
It's Cal Raleigh, though. Come on. He plays catcher.
It's Cal Raleigh.
He plays catcher.
Don't act like you just seen Taylor Swift. Keep your, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay.
Hey, does Cal Raleigh get to 60 home runs?
Yes.
He's at 40 now.
I think so.
Low 60s, but yes, he just gets there like 60, 61.
I think so too.
I would say 62 or 63. Why not?
Okay.
At most,
the American League record is 63. So I mean,
we haven't
at
seen
most,
that
I would say 65.
Sosa and McGuire. Was that
Right,
the last
we
time
would.
we saw 60 home runs?
Yeah.
No, Aaron Judge had 63 a few
that's
years
right,
ago.
Aaron
That's
Judge
why
is-
he has the
you're right.
American League record. That's the American League record. But
You're right.
But there haven't been many of them, and he's going to do it at catcher. If Aaron Judge misses enough time, it's Cal Raleigh. I'm sorry, there's no way. Like,
I think Judge is going to miss enough. I think they might end up if Judge doesn't come back in like 2 weeks. I think they're shutting him down for the rest of the season.
Wow.
if they do that, and then it's
Playoff
over for them.
race?
They missed the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the playoff race? Oh,
Maybe. I don't know. I'm guessing. Because it depends on how many games the Yankees lose. That's what I'm basing my prediction off of. If the Yankees start losing games and they start backsliding, if they're listen to a lot of Tom Petty, then it's gonna get interesting.
If he's
It's
out a
gonna be
month,
weird.
they have to find a way to win 15 games still without him. Otherwise, they're in all kinds of trouble. They have to go at least
So you
500.
say they
in a
got to
month.
go like 500, basically.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've got to go like 14-14 in a month without him to survive. If they plummet, if they're like, 10-18 or something like that, then they're done.
Okay.
Then, like
I
you
can
said,
accept
they
that.
may shut him down for the year. It'll all depend on how they look without him.
Right. If that were to happen, right. If they lose, if they go like 10-20, or not 10-20, not playing 30 games, but if they go 10-15,
Right,
yeah,
something
they're
like
probably
that.
gonna shut them down. Okay. all right.
Especially if the Blue Jays and Red Sox are winning in that time. Then it's just, it's over.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move it into the AL West. The Houston Astros are 62-47. They have a 5-game lead above the aforementioned Mariners and a 5-game lead above the Rangers, who we talked about earlier. Now, in the past 10 games, the Rangers are 7-3, while the Astros and Mariners are both below or at 500. How do we feel about the AL West, gentlemen? Whoever wants to go.
The
Go ahead,
Rangers
Reece.
have been the hottest team since pretty much around just before the break. I mean, they've just been storming back. Remember, they were kind of like down in that division. They were like floating with the Angels.
They were,
Like, just-
I was making fun of them at the beginning of the season.
I was too, because at the beginning of the year, I picked them to win this division, and they looked terrible the first half of the year, basically. They just weren't good. They couldn't get it together. Now, DeGrom is having a throwback DeGrom season. He looks like New York Mets Jason DeGrom, and that's big for them. But they added a couple other guys now. You know, they added more bullpen help. I think the Rangers are going to be right there. Seattle obviously has all those mashers. They're going to be right there. And Houston's still just as good. And then now they get Correa. And like you said, if it's a morale boost, if it's a camaraderie boost, and these guys just all of a sudden like rally around him, then they're still really good. All those teams have really good top of the rotation stuff and bullpens now. And so it's going to come down to who gets the big hits when they matter. It's going to be the funnest division in baseball down the stretch.
It's going to absolutely be the most fun division. I will say this, though, with the Astros, bang foul poles, not trash cans. That's an old throwback. I'm sorry, I had to say it. I prefer seeing the Mariners and Rangers winning this, as in, you know, the Rangers could win it or the Mariners go 1 and 1A. I think whoever doesn't win it is going to be the going to grab a wild card spot. I think the Astros are good, but I'm wondering if they're going to they're 5-5 in their last 10. So, you know, I would love for them to free fall just because.
I would too.
You know.
I mean, everyone's tired of the Astros. They've been on top of the AL for a while now. It's old. They've been cheating. Like we're just tired of them.
And okay, great. You traded for Correa. That doesn't mean you're automatically entitled to go to the World Series. So we'll see how things shake out. Man, the A's are 15 games back.
Yeah.
6-4 in the last
Angels
10,
have
though.
surprisingly been respectable. I give a lot of shout outs to the
The
Angels.
Angels are coming back.
What happened to the Angels? What happened?
They're a competitive baseball team this year.
Mike Trout is healthy again. That's what happened.
Yeah, that is a big part of it, but their pitching's been good, and getting Kikuchi from the Blue Jays last offseason or this past offseason was
getting some Kikuchi. When you getting some Kikuchi?
You don't gotta clown that man's name, bro.
What a great joke that was. That was a great joke. You got to give that to me.
I think Trout. I mean, I'm going to say it, and I'm probably going to get some flack for it, but I think Trout should finish his career elsewhere, especially if he wants to win.
What?
Yes, I said it. No, it's not. How is it crazy?
I was going to say,
the Angels aren't going to win a World Series. They're not.
We've seen Cincinnati Reds, Ken Griffey Jr. How is Mike Trout playing for a different team crazy?
I mean, that's a really good point, though. That's a really good point. We did see Ken Griffey get traded. You're right.
Cincinnati Reds, Ken Griffey Jr. Come on, man.
And Trout deserves a ring. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that Trout should go ring chasing. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is he should sign with a team that he wants to sign with, wants to play for, and go get a ring. That's it. Like in the next 3, 4, 5 years.
New York Mets Willie Mays. Come on, bro. You're gonna say this is outlandish?
That's true.
Well,
who the fuck trades Willie Mays? Who the fuck trades Willie Mays? Giants?
Listen, did you see him on the Mets, though?
Where are you, Giants fan?
Did you see him on the Mets, though? You could see why they traded him. That was a fall from grace his time.
I mean, of course.
He was what, 42, 43? I read his book, 24. And like he was like really, really old when he played for the Mets.
Shell of himself. Yeah. Couldn't get around the fastball, couldn't catch the ball. It was just bad.
I mean, we were earlier, we were talking about what's his name? Mullins having a noodle of an arm. Mays later on in life had a noodle of an arm. He said so himself in his book. So like, you know, it's just we've seen it before. Don't be saying that Trout shouldn't. Trout deserves to his happy ending. Is all I'm going to say.
I mean,
he deserves to play for a contender. Get him to a contender. Yeah, get him to a contender.
Get him to a contender.
And get your pieces. It can be beneficial for everyone.
We all deserve a happy ending. You just got to find the right massage parlor.
I was saying he paid his dues. He stayed there, bro. He could have left a lot sooner.
Come on, Bull. The politicians be getting their massages. Don't even act like.
Why do you think I was doing this and hiding my laugh? That's.
Let's move on to the National League. National League Central, because I want to save the West and East for last. The Brewers are 64-44 with a 1-game lead over the Cubs and a 7.5 game lead over the Reds. I think we can, even with the Reds being 5 games above 500, they may be in the wild card, but they're definitely not going to win the division. Brewers and Cubs are both hovering around 500 the last 10 games. What do we think about this AL Central?
Well, it's the NL Central. Go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, NL Central. My bad. Yes.
I mean, I've told you from day one, I thought it was the Cubs. I still think it's I still think that it's
How
the
did the
Cubs.
Brewers get a game above the Cubs? What the fuck did I miss? I don't remember.
They still got Christian Yelich, I think. They still got Yelich, I think.
He is actually doing really well.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Reece. Continue.
I mean, they got the other Rogers brother. They got that utility man from Minnesota. You know, they already had the better pitching staff. I think the better. I just think they're going to be better. I just don't. What did the Brewers really do? Who did they go get that really impresses you? You know, Nestor Cortez,
Jordan Montgomery, and Shelby Miller. I think those are 2 good pitchers in my eyes.
Decent pitchers, but
Jordan's okay. Shelby's okay, but they both hover over 500.
Just be happy Mackenzie Gore is still in the Capitol. All right. Because he's
for sure. I'm just saying. My only thing is that Jordan Montgomery's ERA is like 6, so it's like he's not pitching well this year.
He's not. I think the Cubs will win the NL Central. I think the Reds will get at least. I mean, I wasn't going to say this before. If you had had me on earlier in the season, I wasn't going to say anything about the Reds. But it feels like the Reds now that they're 5-5 in their last 10 and only 7.5 back, they could easily sneak into the wild card and get another wild card spot. Okay, if the Brewers are wild card number 2, that's cool too. That's fine. Like, it is what it is. You know.
The NL's wide open. There's a lot of teams around that 56, 57, 55 game win totals, like in that area. So, I mean, there's a lot of teams that are definitely still in this thing for sure.
Well, if we're looking at the playoff picture for certain, you're looking at these are your 6 top teams, all over 60 wins. Mets, Phillies, Brewers, Cubs, Dodgers, Padres, all over 60 wins. No other teams in the NL have 60 wins. The teams you're talking about, though, are your Reds, Cardinals, Giants, Diamondbacks, and Marlins, which are all from 50 to 55 wins.
That's my point, is you have all those teams kind of clustered in, and those teams, one of those teams could make that, I know, listen, teams like the Marlins are surprisingly around 500, and you're like, they're technically not out of it. Like, the NL is kind of open like that, and that's why those teams are going to be the fun teams. Like you said, you mentioned the 6 that have the 60 wins, but it's those teams at the bottom that are going to fight for those last playoff or wild card spots that are going to be fun.
And that's also attributed to the fact that we also have an extra playoff spot now, too, right, gentlemen?
Right. There's 6.
Yeah, that's true. There's 6.
So
I mean, the Marlins come
for a wild card team. Yeah.
Yeah, if the Marlins come marching back, they're going to be wearing their 93 uniforms. I think that's one of their throwbacks this year.
That's uniform in baseball, period. There's no better uniform than that.
Uniform.
I was there. I lived there during that time. There isn't a doper uniform in baseball, period.
Yeah. No, I agree. It was a dope uniform. But, like, you kind of want to see him get in just for that reason. Maybe. We'll see. Maybe that's why they held on to Sandy Alcantara. Because you don't want it because you feel like your blood pressure is going to go through the roof. That's something you gotta work through, sir. But
let's work through it. Let's go into my NL East then. You've got my New York Mets at 62-47. They are a half game above the Phillies at 61-47. The Mets are 7-3 over their last 10, so they've been playing good aside from getting swept by the Padres. The Phillies are 5-5 in their last 10. How do we feel about this NL East? We just talked about the Marlins too. They're there, but they're 9 games behind.
It's the Mets and the Phillies. That's it. That's. I mean, if the Mets can hold on, then excellent. Congrats, you won a spot in the playoffs. I will say this, even though you didn't discuss it, I will go ahead and put this out there. And I thought about this after the trades that the Nats made today. They will not be competitive until 2039 or 2040. Just my thought. Just my thought.
I mean, we
Um,
knew that when they got into all that salary cap trouble and they had to dump all the big like we knew they were headed to this. They were gonna have to build from within for a long time.
Yeah,
Well, the other
I
thing
guess
is the
so.
Nationals spoiled the DC area a lot because the Nationals should have never been good to begin with. The Nationals, first of all, were an expansion team that used to be the Washington Senators way back in the day. And then the Montreal Expos became the Washington Nationals when they took them away from Montreal, only for the Learners, some of the worst owners in sports, to run that franchise into the ground when they lucked into Juan Soto, Steven Strasburg, Bryce Harper, and all the other, Max Scherzer and all the other Nationals that helped them to get to the point where they could win that world championship. The Nationals should have never won a world championship with the way their organization is run.
A lot of those guys were top 5 picks, Bryce and Strasburg and all those guys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to miss on number ones. I mean, you can, but in baseball, usually the number one guys are as good as you think they're gonna be. Like, take Billy Bean out of it, I guess. But no, but I mean, listen. What were we just talking about? The NL East?
The NL East. The NL East.
Yeah. Listen, all jokes aside, like I said, the Mets definitely made some moves to put them in a place where you would think they will compete down to the wire with the Philadelphia Phillies. I just think the Phillies are too good. I thought the Phillies were the best team in that division to start. This freaking guy has a ball sitting in the front. Oh, okay, I don't know what's going on here. He's doing his little John impressions or something. But
This isn't going to help. This isn't going to help move the needle
It's
on the Mets.
Mr. Met. It's Mr. Met. It's the spring training. This is the best spring training camp.
The fact that you have to literally explain the hat shows why.
Yeah, none of us knew who that was. We were like, who's the baseball with a face on it?
Yeah, what are you doing?
He's going to get his mascot suit.
Yeah, he's going to get his mascot suit. Fun fact, since we're here, Omar did wear a mascot suit for a little while in college. While he's here, left us to run his show.
Those are not true. Those facts are totally.
Oh, he's going to get their other spring training hat. This is the spring training away.
No.
This is the All-Star game.
Oh, batting practice. Oh, it's the All-Star.
Yeah, that's the home run derby hat or whatever. Yeah.
He wasn't even at the Derby. The guy was eating hot chicken down at downtown Atlanta when the Derby.
I was at Magic City having orange pepper wings because they call me Orange Pepper O now at Magic City.
They do not. They do not.
Wings and
They do.
Hey, you can go ask Roxy, and you can ask Savannah.
I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta for a year. They will call you anything just to make sure that you give them a good tip. So
no one in the world will ever have this hat. This is a one-of-a-kind hat. No one in the world will ever have this hat. Why? First of all, it's an all-star hat, so very hard to get. You had to have VIP to be able to get these in the area. Second of all, New Era was doing free patches, and they were only doing one for every hat. Because I had press pass on, they gave me 2. No one will ever have this Mets hat. This is one of one in the whole entire world.
Unless you get murdered and someone steals your hat.
Okay, you know what? That's fucked up. What happened?
Or if you're what is it? If your head gets too big.
Yeah.
Because then you got to go get another hat.
You unalived me on the screen. How about that? I don't know what happened. Cool.
Yeah, what happened to you? I don't know what happened. You left us to run your show, and
but anyways,
now we're talking.
Right, cool. So, any final thoughts, gentlemen, before we get out of here for the evening? How do we feel? We'll get together again in another month, but how do we feel about the rest of the pennant race and things like that? Anyone?
It's gonna be a fun month, I guess.
I was gonna say, yeah, I think the same teams are still the same teams. They just got a little bit better, but I don't think like any team that we didn't have competing this year all of a sudden jumped into it, and I don't think any team that we had competing like fell out of it. Like it's the teams that we liked, and it's just a question of which ones moves pan out a little better.
Yeah, the Rockies and Pirates aren't rushing to get a wild card spot. So.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, if the Pirates don't do anything, they're going to trade Paul Skeens, and that's just like I would hate to be a fan of the Pirates or a team like that, where it's just like you get these good players and like the Nationals, and you can't hold on to them because you don't want to pay.
Bro, they lost 2 starters and a closer this week. Like, I'm like, Paul Skeens has to be looking around in that bullpen like, who the hell pitches for this team anymore?
Right. Yeah.
Well, Paul Skeens and Libby Dunn have decided they are not staying in Pittsburgh, I don't think. They're like, okay, let's see if we go to L.A. Let's see if we can orchestrate a move to New York.
Where can Libby Dunn get her acting career on?
Listen, she's the only reason I can't ever feel bad for that guy. Like, that guy could be playing in Mexico and he's still dating Libby Dunn, so he's fine. Don't worry, boys.
Although if he were to go play in Mexico, Libby Dunn probably wouldn't be dating him anymore. But he better get married before that happens. That's all I know.
That's where you get sent after the divorce, Trevor Bauer.
You can also look at it the other way. You can also look at it. Libby Dunn isn't that much of a superstar anymore now that she's not in college. She's not playing sports.
Bro, she has like 7 million IG followers. And
so the fuck what? I don't care if she has.
I'm just saying she's not like that's
she's
more
an influencer now.
Yeah, that's more than some of like the pro athletes that we know.
Is she on IG? I mean, is she on OnlyFans? Then she ain't making no money.
I don't know. You tell us. Go ahead and Google it right now on OnlyFans.
I've never been on OnlyFans, sir. How many times have you been on OnlyFans? Because I've never.
I am not on OnlyFans, sir.
I have never, and would never.
Okay.
Peruse.
Yeah, she has 7 million. Like, that's crazy. Like, she's not an athlete. Like, bro, off just being gorgeous.
No, she's a model now at this point.
And I guess she won a little bit in gymnastics, you know.
Well, that was what she was famous for, though, was gymnastics at LSU.
Yeah, that's what she was famous for.
Well, yeah, and her beauty.
You're a funny guy, bro.
Whatever. Shut
yeah,
up.
that's not what she was famous for.
Tell me her scores at the last competition she was at. Go ahead, tell me the scores, bro. Just if you, that's
without
what she
looking
was.
100, a 10, a fucking 10. Who knows where that's from?
Bro.
Who knows?
Nobody has those scores offhand, yet you all know who Libby Dunn is. She's not famous for
give me
that.
the quote? Can anyone give me the quote? Where was that from? A 10.
Oh,
a 10.
God.
A fucking 10.
Oh God, I know the
Come
movie.
on.
But I forgot it.
Football movie. Football movie. Big
fat Varsity Blues.
Varsity Blues. That's right. Big old fat pudge guy saw his. They saw the teacher at the strip club, and he was like, "She's a 10, a fucking 10."
Okay. Bonus points to you. When did it come out?
93. Varsity Blues came out.
I believe that 93. No, I don't think it was 93.
No,
it was 97. It was 97.
97.
Yeah.
I was in high school. Yeah, we were in high school. You're right.
You were in high school.
We were in high school. All right. Well, cool. Thank you, brothers. I really appreciate it. And we thank everybody for tuning in that's been watching today. Again, make sure you subscribe to Ball and Buds, BALLANDBUDS. Handy QR code up there up top. Go there. It'll take you to our link tree. Has our YouTube, Instagram, so on and so forth. As well, please go to Instagram. Follow my brother Amul's photography account at AM23 Photography. Man, this dude takes the greatest photos. They're awesome to look at. Y'all make sure you support him in it as well. Please tap in with the Rec Room, Lion Reece Penn, giving you those unfiltered opinions all day long on the sports world. I love watching them, so y'all make sure you subscribe at the Rec Room on YouTube. Final thoughts, my friends. Reece, what do you got?
I can't wait for the second half. Let's see how these things go into fruition, man.
All right, Move.
Let's see how the second half goes. I'm a little scared to find out what happens after I drop the 25th anniversary column in August. We'll see what happens after that.
To it.
Yeah, that's gonna be long. And see Omar for all your movie trivia needs. That's all we really got.
And catch me next Monday night. I will be on with Jersey Boy MJ on his baseball show on IOW Sports Network, and then Tuesday I'll have the Professor's Seminole Mente. Yes, Reece.
The three of us meeting in Boston for the parade. We're calling it now.
Not unless it's a Celtics parade.
No.
It better be a Celtics parade. That's the only parade I'm going to.
I think it'll be since you like Steven Matz, I think we should get you a Steven Matz jersey. Is what we should do.
Yeah,
a Red Sox
there you go.
jersey
Get
so
your
you
nice
can
Matz
wear it.
I mean, there are worse things you can do. You could get me a Tom Shady jersey.
What's your size again?
Text
us. Let me know what your size. Text us. Let us know what your size is, and we'll go from there.
Whatever. Patriots will always be cheaters. Cheaters. Never winners.
No, I'm in a Mats jersey. I'm in a Mats jersey, not a Pats jersey.
I know. I don't care.
I wouldn't do that to you.
Anytime New England is brought up, I am going to feel the need to shit on Tom Shady and Bill Belichick because they
doesn't Brady own the Raiders now? Doesn't he have like a partial stake in your team?
Yeah.
They cheated.
Yeah.
They cheated for every one of the Super Bowls. Every single one. Starting with the Tuck rule, which was the worst call in the history of the NFL. And the bane of my existence.
Should we leave you to your emotionally support?
Yes.
You know,
Reece, stay on. Hey, Reece, stay on with me when we get off in the green room. Or more, you can too if you want. But Reece,
okay.
I'm going to ask you a question. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll see y'all next time. Holla.
It's with the millions. It's that world heavyweight flow. Championship belt wrapped around my waist. Yo, I got that Ric Flair figure four. Slam you on the pavement, that's why they call me Street Pro. Create heat on beat flow. Like Jordan after the second time he three-peated, folks. Get ready, set, let's go. Fight toe to toe, release the flow created by this mic pro. Lights, camera, get low. Action packed, back to back. In fact, this monster will grow. Y'all better let him know. Man with the master plan, and you have no need to know. You came prepared, now get ready for the show.